Apologies in advance for any wind noise, but it's a bit windy out here. Not as windy as it was yesterday. We had storms through Adelaide yesterday, and storms like, to be honest, I've never seen before. They were quite severe storms, widespread. I mean, we've seen individual little mini tornadoes hit occasionally, but nothing like we saw yesterday. We had gusts here up to 60 kilometres per hour, and we had 2 inches of rain. We had 1 inch or 25 mil. In fact, I think we had about 30 mil inside about half an hour. And it was like floods all over the place. The Wollonga flooded, Morphettville floods all around Adelaide, so quite widespread flooding. Anywhere that was a bit low, just completely flooded. So here we go. There's a shed, and I've done the side of the front door now, so that's all done. And I think I showed you before the rooms. This is the last bit to be done. I've got some offcuts here from the ceiling, which I'll put up here. But all the rooms are done. I showed you that before. And of course the mezzanine I showed you before. I've put a whole lot of stuff up in the mezzanine now. To get out of the way. And the panels that were on the floor here, there were panels on the floor, if you recall, in the middle here. So they're up against the wall there now. So they're against the wall there now. So that's, well, against the stair, I should say. So they're all the panels. They're on the floor. Now, I've cleaned up a lot in the shed. Oh, the scaff's in the way. Cleaned up a lot in the shed. It's now fairly clear in the centre there. Put everything around the outside. So we've only got the gyprock there in the centre. And then down along the floor here, I've got this little seal that goes along the roller door that stops the water coming in through the bottom here. But with the storms yesterday, there's some water came in through the corners here, so I'm going to have to put some silicone cement around the corners. This is a 3 metre door, and the seal was per metre. They cut it to length for you, but I ordered 3 metres and it was only just long enough. So normally you'd have the seal come right out to the edge here and then cut it in to go around the door, but yeah, there you go. And I put, oh yeah, that's the other thing I did. I put the panelling in down there along the edge of the roller door, so that's all now done. That was been hanging around forever, so I did that. And this weekend we've done the ceiling up in here. Finished that off, and also the fairing channel up along here and the insulation up along here as well. So that's all ready for gyprock there. So there's progress. So we've just got the ceiling to do up here. A little bit up in the corner there, look. Now here, I haven't done along here yet because the panelling here, because there's a little bathroom to go in here. Bathroom and shower. And on this side, that's the wall, you can see the mark on the floor there, where I'm going to put the wall. So the wall's going to come along here, just this side of the cut in the, it's going to come out a couple of metres here, probably about, well, I've got a 1.2, I might bring it out 2 metres. And then along here, along this side of the wall, I'm going to put a little bench, get some of that waterproof plywood as the bench top, with a little sink in it, little shelves here, and this will be the wet area for sharpening and washing, and anything that requires a bit of water will be done here. And that's the last room to be built. So nearly done in here. I've got to do the. I've got to do all the. I've got to do all of the jointing, of course. My son-in-law is a plasterer, but he's pretty busy up until Christmas apparently. But it's all tapering off after Christmas, so I'll do whatever I need to up until Christmas, and then what I haven't done I might get him to come in and do, because what takes me a day will take him half an hour. That's his day job, so he's very good at that. I've got the network coming in here. David's going to come in and hook up the network for me. I've got the patch panel to go in there, and the network's coming up from the house. It's going to come into the same spot here, and then it's going to go into a small switch. I've got a wireless access point to go in here, Ubiquiti wireless access point, the same as the one I've got in the house. It's going to provide wireless, and I've also got networking going through into the offices. No networking in the shed here. Just wireless, I think, in the shed. That's all I need. But yes. What else? What else can I tell you that you haven't already seen? Not much, I don't think. You've seen the mezzanine. That's all finished. Seen the stairs, and. So a bit more work to do. I've got Christmas off this year. I was going to be working Christmas, but my boss said, no, we don't want anybody to work, so that's fine by me. I don't care either way. It means I can spend more time in on the shed, building the shed. We've got an air conditioner coming, 7 kilowatt. Air conditioner, and it's going to go in the wall just here. It's a split system. That's supposed to be coming yesterday, but with the storms yesterday, it was they decided not to get up on the roof and take it down. So and you saw those 2 air conditioners before for the offices. Yeah, not much more I can tell you. So that's it. But it turned out to be a beautiful sunny day. The storms that we had yesterday headed off east and ended up in Victoria and New South Wales. So they're copping the brunt of it now. Yeah, it's turned out to be a really nice day. Look at that. Look at that. It's not too warm. It's in the high teens today. The breeze, you can probably hear it in the microphone. And rustling of the trees, that drowns out Victor Harbour Road. The traffic on Victor Harbour Road. On a quiet day, you can hear Victor Harbour Road. But no animals out today. They're all hiding, I think. They're terrified from the storms yesterday. Yeah, it was quite a time yesterday with the storms. It's very unusual for South Australia. We don't usually get, particularly this late in the year, don't usually get anything quite that fierce, but it was an experience and a half following all the people on Facebook that flooded or near flooded. One of my daughters lost power yesterday. I don't know when they got it back, and then my number one son was about an inch or two off being flooded, about 20 or 30 millimetres of being flooded. Their neighbours were flooded, but they were just a tiny bit higher, and they survived. They put sandbags in as well. They had some sand, so they got some bags and put it in the bags and put it around the doors to help, and I think that may have helped as well. We're fairly high up here, so we didn't get any flooding per se, but there was water running down this hill here like there was no tomorrow. This hill turned into a river. But down in Willunga, you can see down further down, there are streams all through Willunga. There are, I think somebody said 6 or 7 springs which are constant, never dry up. They provide spring water all around all through the seasons, and close to the springs and into the rivers, some of the houses were flooded and trees down, and very exciting time. That's it for the moment.